The remote town of Ravensbrook sat at the edge of a dense, ancient forest, its secrets whispered among the townsfolk like haunting lullabies. It was a place where the townspeople closed their doors early and gathered around their fireplaces at night. For in the heart of the forest, beneath the eerie glow of the full moon, lurked a malevolent presence that had plagued Ravensbrook for centuries, a curse that brought forth a monstrous terror. Emily Ryan, a young woman in her late 20s, had no knowledge of these dark secrets when she arrived in Ravensbrook one crisp autumn afternoon. Seeking a fresh start and hoping to escape a painful past, she had chosen this town for its isolation. The looming forest, the surrounding mountains, and the absence of city noise promised the solitude she desperately craved. Upon her arrival, Emily settled into a cozy cottage at the outskirts of the town, a stone's throw away from the ominous forest. As she visited the local grocery store and the village square, she couldn't help but notice the strange hush that overcame the town's inhabitants as they glanced furtively at her. It wasn't long before Emily's inquisitiveness got the better of her. She began to hear the whispers that traveled like wind through the narrow streets, carrying stories of inexplicable deaths and the ominous curse that hung over Ravensbrook. "Stay indoors when the full moon rises," an old woman cautioned as she filled her basket with apples. "For that's when the beast comes out, a creature half man, half wolf, consumed by an insatiable hunger." The town's historian, a frail man named Mr. Turner, offered Emily a glimpse into the town's history. He led her to a dimly lit room in the town's library, where ancient books and scrolls chronicled the curse's origins. Long ago, he explained, a powerful witch cursed this land, binding the souls of the inhabitants to the moon's cycles. When it's full, they transform into ravenous beasts, unable to control their primal instincts. Emily's curiosity deepened, and she felt an ominous chill run down her spine. Little did she know that her arrival in Ravensbrook would thrust her into a nightmarish world of terror, bloodlust, and survival. As the days passed and the town continued its ominous routine, Emily's fascination with the curse grew. She spent her nights poring over old texts, trying to decipher the ancient rituals that might break the malevolent hold the full moon had over Ravensbrook. But as the next full moon drew near, so did the darkness that shrouded the town. There was an unmistakable tension in the air, a fear that gripped the villagers like a vice. Whispers turned to hushed conversations in the shadowy corners of the town's tavern, where frightened eyes darted to the windows. Then it happened. On a night where the moon hung high and full in the sky, terror descended upon Ravensbrook. Blood-curdling screams pierced the air, echoing through the cobblestone streets. Emily's heart raced as she rushed to the window. Her breath caught in her throat as she witnessed the gruesome spectacle below. A creature, neither man nor beast, but something grotesque in between, tore through the town square with primal fury. Its elongated limbs and gnarled claws left behind a trail of gore. Panic spread like wildfire, and the townspeople fled their homes, seeking refuge wherever they could find it. The howls of the beast reverberated through the night, a symphony of terror. Amidst the chaos, Emily spotted a solitary figure standing his ground in the moonlit square. He was a man of dark resolve, his eyes locked onto the monstrosity before him. The stranger's name was Victor, a mysterious traveler who had come to Ravensbrook seeking answers. With swift and precise movements, Victor drew a silver blade, glinting in the moonlight. As the werewolf lunged, Victor met it head-on, engaging in a deadly dance of survival. Emily watched in awe and horror as the battle unfolded. Victor fought with a fierceness that suggested he had faced these creatures before. Each strike, each parry, brought them closer to the other's deathly jaws. At last, with a final, well-aimed thrust, Victor plunged the silver blade into the creature's heart. The werewolf let out an agonized howl that resonated through the night, then crumpled to the ground, slowly reverting to its human form. The townspeople, having taken refuge in the shadows, watched as Victor approached the fallen beast. It was then that Emily realized the truth. The curse was not a story, not a mere legend. It was a horrifying reality, a blight that could not be ignored. Victor turned to the stunned onlookers, his face etched with grim determination. "This is not over," he declared, his voice a grave warning. "The curse endures, and the night's horrors will return with the next full moon." With the night's horrors behind them, the townspeople began to gather in the town square, their faces etched with fear and desperation. They had witnessed the malevolent force that haunted their lives and yearned for an end to the curse that had plagued Ravensbrück for generations. Emily, still reeling from the night's events, approached Victor. "What is this curse, and how can it be broken?" she implored. Victor's gaze was steely and unwavering. "The curse is ancient, rooted in dark magic. To break it, we must uncover its origin and find the means to sever the link to the full moon. It won't be easy, and it won't be without danger." Together, they began their quest for answers. The townspeople directed them to Mr. Turner, the historian who had shared the curse's history with Emily. Mr. Turner had been a silent witness to the curse's horrors for decades and had collected a trove of knowledge. As Emily and Victor delved into the historian's archives, they discovered old diaries and tattered scrolls that hinted at the origins of the curse. A powerful witch, wronged by the townspeople, had invoked dark magic to bind the souls of the villagers to the lunar cycles, transforming them into uncontrollable beasts when the moon was full. Their quest to break the curse was met with resistance. The townspeople, gripped by fear and distrust, were hesitant to share their knowledge. Some believed that the curse was their penance for sins long past and should not be tampered with. Despite these challenges, Emily and Victor pressed on. The full moon would rise again, and the horror would return, claiming more lives unless they could find a way to end the curse once and for all. They began to piece together the steps required to break the curse. It involved a perilous journey into the heart of the ancient forest, the very place where the witch's malevolence was rumored to be sealed. There, they would need to find the ingredients for a ritual that could potentially sever the curse's hold. As the next full moon loomed, tensions within the town rose. Many were desperate to escape Ravensbrück, while others feared the curse would haunt them wherever they went. The sense of impending doom hung heavy in the air, and Emily and Victor knew they had little time to prepare for their journey into the heart of darkness. The night of the next full moon was fast approaching, and Emily, Victor, and a small group of trusted townspeople gathered in the dimly lit town square. Each member of the group carried torches to fend off the encroaching darkness as they embarked on their perilous journey into the heart of the ancient forest. The forest, with its gnarled trees and eerie silence, was a place few dared to enter, especially when the moon was at its zenith. But the group pressed forward, determined to find the ingredients and knowledge needed to break the curse. As they ventured deeper into the woods, the tension grew. The wind whispered ancient secrets, and shadows seemed to move in the periphery of their vision. The very heart of the forest, where the curse's origins were rumored to lie, remained shrouded in darkness. The deeper they delved into the forest, the more the atmosphere grew oppressive. Strange sounds emanated from the underbrush, and an eerie mist seemed to cling to the ground. Emily felt as though they were trespassing in a place not meant for the living. As they moved further into the forest, they encountered ancient, weathered stones adorned with cryptic symbols. These were said to be the markers of the witch's dark rituals. Each stone was a testament to the malevolence that had taken root in this place. Suddenly, the group found themselves surrounded by a pack of wolves, their eyes gleaming with an unnatural intensity in the moonlight. Emily's heart pounded as she realized they were not ordinary wolves, but the guardians of the forest, the cursed protectors of the witch's legacy. The wolves circled the group, their growls a chilling warning. Victor's eyes met Emily's, and he knew they had to act quickly. He had faced such guardians before in his pursuit of the curse's end, and he understood that these creatures were bound to protect the witch's malevolent magic. With a swift motion, Victor raised his silver blade, and the battle began. The group fought with all their might, but the supernatural strength and agility of the wolves made it a terrifyingly unequal struggle. Claws and fangs clashed with silver and determination. Emily's heart raced as she swung her torch, trying to keep the wolves at bay. The forest echoed with the sounds of battle, the cries of the wolves mingling with the shouts of the group. Blood was spilled, and the price of confronting the curse's protectors was high. As the last of the wolves retreated into the shadows, the group stood battered and bloodied but triumphant. They knew they had faced a mere taste of the horrors that awaited them on their journey to break the curse. With the guardians vanquished, the group pressed forward, their path lit by torchlight as they ventured deeper into the forest. The further they went, the more the trees seemed to close in around them, creating an oppressive and claustrophobic atmosphere. Their journey led them to a clearing where an ominous, gnarled tree stood. At the base of the tree, they discovered an ancient moss-covered stone tablet with inscriptions that Victor recognized from his research. "This is the place," Victor declared, his voice filled with grim determination. "The witch's lair." Emily and the others approached the stone tablet. In the moonlight, the inscriptions on the stone seemed to glow, guiding them further into the darkness. They had reached the heart of the curse's origin. The group scoured the area, following the inscriptions to uncover the ingredients needed for the ritual that could break the curse. They found herbs, roots, and rare components that had been used in the witch's dark spells. But the most crucial element remained elusive. The last ingredient was rumored to be the essence of the full moon itself, a drop of moonlight that could only be captured on the night of the full moon. As the night wore on, anxiety gnawed at the group. The full moon was fast approaching, and they needed to find a way to collect this elusive essence before their time ran out. The very essence that had bound the town to the curse for centuries was now their only hope for freedom. With their torches flickering, the group frantically scoured the forest for a way to capture the essence of the full moon. Victor consulted the ancient texts and discovered a ritual that, if executed with precision, might allow them to harvest the essence. They needed to find a pool of still water, created by nature, that would capture the moon's reflection on the night of the full moon. This reflection would be the essence they sought. With the full moon looming overhead, the group raced against time, desperately searching for the pool described in the ritual. As the moon reached its zenith, casting an eerie light through the trees, they finally found it. A tranquil pool, hidden deep in the heart of the forest, mirrored the full moon's glow. The group gathered around the pool, their torches extinguished. They held their breath as Victor performed the ritual, following the ancient incantations and gestures. The atmosphere was electric with anticipation as the moonlight danced on the still waters of the pool. As the ritual concluded, Victor collected a single drop of moonlight in a vial. It shimmered with an ethereal, silvery glow, casting a radiant light upon his face. The essence of the full moon had been captured, and with it, the last crucial ingredient for breaking the curse. But their elation was short-lived. The moment the essence was harvested, a haunting wail pierced the air, echoing through the forest. The guardians of the forest, the cursed wolves, were returning, drawn by the disturbance of the ritual. The howls of the approaching wolves were relentless, growing closer with each passing moment. Panic gripped the group as they realized they were trapped by the guardians once more, this time with the essence of the full moon in their possession. Victor's eyes scanned their surroundings, searching for an escape. But the forest had become a labyrinth of shadows, and the guardians closed in from all sides. As the wolves drew near, Victor made a fateful decision. With a determined look, he handed the vial containing the essence to Emily. "You must take this," he urged. "Protect it with your life. Find a way to break the curse and free Ravensbrook." Emily's heart pounded as she clutched the vial, her eyes locking with Victor's. "But what about you?" Victor gave her a reassuring smile. "I'll hold them off. Go now. The curse must be broken." With that, Victor charged at the approaching guardians, silver blade in hand, his bravery the last thing Emily saw before she fled into the depths of the forest. Determined to find a way to end the curse, and free Ravensbrook from its nightmarish grip. Emily ran through the dark and tangled forest, her breath coming in quick, shallow gasps. The vial containing the essence of the full moon clutched tightly in her hand seemed to glow with a faint ethereal light, guiding her deeper into the heart of the curse's domain. She didn't know where she was going or what she was searching for, but the need to break the curse and save Ravensbrook consumed her every thought. Every rustling leaf and eerie whisper of the wind made her heart skip a beat. As Emily ventured deeper into the forest, strange and unsettling encounters began to unfold. She heard whispers in the shadows, unseen eyes watching her every move. The trees themselves seemed to come alive, their gnarled branches reaching out as if trying to stop her. Amidst the eerie stillness, she stumbled upon an ancient, moss-covered shrine, adorned with withered flowers and offerings long forgotten. The shrine was dedicated to the very witch who had cast the curse upon Ravensbrook. Emily's pulse quickened as she realized that the answers she sought might lie within the shrine. Emily approached the shrine, her breath visible in the chilly night air. As she touched the weathered stones and fading inscriptions, a chilling vision overtook her. She saw the witch, a figure cloaked in darkness, performing the ritual that had bound the town to the curse. In her vision, the witch's words were clear. The curse shall only be broken when the essence of the full moon is returned to its rightful place. Emily understood the meaning behind her journey. She had to find a way to return the essence of the full moon to the very place where the curse had been born, the heart of the ancient forest. Determined and driven by her newfound knowledge, Emily retraced her steps through the forest. She encountered eerie shadows and ethereal figures, the guardians of the curse, but she pressed on, her resolve unwavering. As the full moon's light bathed the forest, Emily reached the tranquil pool where the essence of the full moon had been captured. She gazed at the shimmering vial in her hand, now realizing its true purpose. With a deep breath, she opened the vial and allowed the drop of moonlight to return to the pool. As the essence merged with the reflection of the full moon, a surge of energy pulsed through the forest. A profound stillness fell upon the forest, and the curse's malevolence seemed to retreat, vanquished by the return of the essence. The night was no longer filled with howls and terror, but with a quiet, peaceful serenity. As the moon sank below the horizon, Emily knew that the curse had been broken. The town of Ravensbrook would no longer be haunted by the malevolent presence that had tormented it for centuries. With the curse broken, Emily emerged from the forest and returned to Ravensbrook. The townspeople, having weathered a night of terror, were astounded by her return. She shared the tale of her journey, the essence of the full moon, and the vision of the witch. Ravensbrook was forever changed. The town's inhabitants were free from the curse's dark grip, and the malevolent presence that had plagued their lives had been banished. There was a renewed sense of hope and unity among the townspeople. As for Victor, he was never seen again. His sacrifice in holding off the guardians had allowed Emily to complete her mission. He had played a crucial role in breaking the curse, and his bravery would be remembered by the town. Ravensbrook, once a place of dread and despair, now stood as a symbol of resilience and triumph. The curse had been broken, and a new era had dawned in the once haunted town. Nestled on the outskirts of a small, forgotten town, the village of Ravenshade bore witness to a dark secret. For centuries, the villagers had whispered tales of a curse that plagued their bloodline. As the full moon ascended to its zenith, the village would succumb to the terror of the werewolf. The Reynolds family, the focal point of the curse, had lived in Ravenshade for generations. Mark Reynolds, a brooding man with a haunted past, found himself at the center of the village's dark legacy. Unbeknownst to him, the bloodline curse lay dormant, waiting for the right moment to awaken the primal beast that lurked within. Mark began experiencing foreboding dreams that hinted at his impending transformation. Visions of the full moon bathed in blood, and the guttural howls of a monstrous entity haunted his nights. The villagers, aware of the curse's stirrings, regarded Mark with a mixture of sympathy and fear, casting sidelong glances whenever he passed. As Mark delved into the village archives, he stumbled upon an ancient prophecy foretelling the arrival of a werewolf destined to either break the curse or succumb to the beast within. The prophecy spoke of a hidden ritual that could sever the bloodline curse, but its details remained obscured in cryptic symbols and ancient script. With the full moon approaching, Mark's internal struggle intensified. He could feel the primal urges surging within, the beast clawing at the edges of his consciousness. Desperation drove him to seek answers from the village elder, an enigmatic figure who held the key to the hidden ritual. The village elder, a weathered man with a haunted gaze, revealed the grim truth. Mark learned that the curse stemmed from an ancient pact with a malevolent force. The hidden ritual required the sacrifice of a werewolf's heart during the lunar ascent, a gruesome task that promised either liberation or eternal damnation. Mark, torn between breaking the curse and succumbing to the beast, hesitated to make the forbidden pact. The village elder, aware of the dire consequences, urged him to choose wisely. Mark wrestled with the decision as the full moon loomed on the horizon, its ominous glow casting shadows that danced with the impending darkness. As the full moon's silvery light bathed Ravenshade, Mark underwent a harrowing transformation. Bones cracked, and muscles contorted as the primal force consumed him. The once human form gave way to a monstrous creature, a werewolf driven by an insatiable hunger and feral instincts. The village plunged into chaos as the werewolf roamed freely, its howls echoing through the night. Panic gripped Ravenshade, and the villagers, armed with torches and makeshift weapons, launched a desperate hunt for the creature that terrorized their homes. Mark's consciousness fought against the beast's primal urges, trapped in a nocturnal nightmare. Mark, trapped within the werewolf's form, struggled to regain control. The village elder, armed with ancient knowledge, guided the desperate hunt. The villagers, driven by fear and determination, closed in on the creature that once bore Mark's humanity. The lunar descent became a battleground between primal instincts and the flickering ember of Mark's human soul. The werewolf's unearthly strength proved a formidable challenge for the villagers. Buildings crumbled, and the night air reverberated with the clash between man and beast. Mark, caught in the midst of the chaos, glimpsed the faces of his fellow villagers, once friends, now hunters driven by the need to survive. In a moment of clarity amidst the feral chaos, Mark sensed an ethereal bond with the village elder. Through the primal haze, the elder communicated ancient incantations that hinted at the hidden ritual. Mark, determined to break free from the curse's grip, followed the spectral guidance, leading the villagers toward the ritual site. As the village closed in on the hidden ritual site, the werewolf's ferocity intensified. The air crackled with tension as the beast confronted its impending fate. The villagers, torn between fear and hope, faced the perilous task of subduing the creature to carry out the ancient ritual. With the werewolf cornered, Mark's struggle reached a climax. The village elder, chanting the ancient incantations, prepared for the ritual. The lunar descent reached its peak, and the ritual site became a battleground where the boundaries between light and shadow blurred. The fate of Ravenshade hung in the balance as the villagers grappled with the supernatural forces that surrounded them. As the ritual neared completion, Mark faced the sacrificial choice that would determine his destiny. The werewolf, caught in the ethereal web of ancient magic, hesitated at the precipice of either salvation or eternal damnation. The village elder, his voice carrying the weight of centuries, urged Mark to embrace the sacrifice that could break the curse. In a surge of ethereal energy, the ritual unfolded. The werewolf's heart, torn from its monstrous form, pulsed with a spectral glow. Mark, caught in the throes of the supernatural transformation, felt the convergence of cosmic forces as the curse's grip wavered. As dawn broke over Ravenshade, a profound stillness settled upon the village. The ethereal energy dissipated, and the werewolf's monstrous form lay still. Mark, now free from the curse's grasp, stood amidst the wreckage of the lunar descent, his human form restored. Ravenshade, forever changed by the night of terror, faced the haunting remnants of the lunar descent. The villagers, their homes in ruins, contemplated the price paid for the village's liberation. Mark, burdened by the memories of the werewolf's rampage, sought solace in the quiet aftermath of the supernatural struggle. Despite the breaking of the curse, lingering shadows clung to Ravenshade. The village elder, weary but wise, acknowledged that the supernatural forces that had plagued their bloodline might linger in the shadows. The villagers, scared by the night's events, faced an uncertain future as they grappled with the haunting remnants of the lunar descent. In the lunar legacy's aftermath, Ravenshade found itself at a crossroads. The villagers, survivors of the night's terror, confronted the question of whether the curse's breaking heralded a new era or merely a brief respite. Mark, forever changed by the lunar legacy, embarked on a journey to uncover the village's hidden history and confront the shadows that lingered in the wake of the supernatural struggle. As Ravenshade faced an uncertain horizon, Mark delved into the village's archives, seeking answers to the mysteries that had plagued his bloodline. The lunar legacy, now etched into the village's history, hinted at a future where the shadows of the past might rise again. The werewolf's howl, though silenced for the moment, left an indelible mark on Ravenshade, a reminder that the lunar descent's legacy might endure beyond the breaking of the curse. In the heart of Ravenshade, as the sun dipped below the horizon and shadows lengthened, the villagers contemplated the endless night that had shaped their destinies. The werewolf's howl, a distant echo in the fading twilight, whispered secrets of a timeless struggle between light and darkness. The lunar legacy, forever woven into the fabric of Ravenshade's history, hinted at an endless night where the boundaries between the supernatural and the mortal blurred into an eternal dance of shadows. As the villagers sought to rebuild their lives, the haunting reverberations of the lunar legacy echoed through Ravenshade. The breaking of the curse, though a moment of reprieve, left unanswered questions and unresolved shadows that clung to the village's consciousness. Mark, now a keeper of the lunar legacy's secrets, faced the daunting task of navigating the uncertain path that stretched into the endless night. Unseen forces, ancient and enigmatic, continued to shape Ravenshade's destiny. The village, forever marked by the lunar legacy, stood at the intersection of mortal and supernatural realms. The werewolf's howl, a spectral symphony that transcended time, hinted at the intricate dance between the village's past, present, and the endless night that awaited on the horizon. In the moonlit embrace of Ravenshade, the eternal dance of shadows and moonbeams persisted. The villagers, resilient and scarred by the lunar legacy, faced an uncertain future where the boundaries between the mortal and supernatural realms blurred into an intricate tapestry of destiny. Mark, haunted by the werewolf's howl, embarked on a journey to unravel the secrets that lingered within the endless night, where the lunar legacy's echoes reverberated through the ages. Mark's journey led him to the outskirts of Ravenshade, where the whispering woods stood as guardians of the village's secrets. The ancient trees, their branches entwined like spectral hands, seemed to murmur tales of forgotten pacts and lunar legacies. Mark ventured into the heart of the woods, guided by an instinctual pull toward an unseen destination. Within the whispering woods, Mark encountered ghostly apparitions, spirits tethered to the village's history. Transparent figures moved among the shadows, their eyes reflecting the haunting memories of the lunar legacy. As Mark delved deeper into the spectral realm, the apparitions beckoned him toward a clearing bathed in silvery moonlight. In the ethereal clearing, Mark confronted the spirits of Ravenshade's past. They spoke of ancient rituals and clandestine ceremonies that had bound the village to the lunar legacy. Mark, now a conduit for the whispers of the spectral realm, listened to the stories of those who had once grappled with the curse's enigmatic origins. As Mark communed with the ghostly apparitions, he sensed astral threads weaving through the fabric of the lunar legacy. The threads connected the village's past, present, and future in a cosmic tapestry, where the werewolf's howl resonated as a haunting refrain. Mark, now attuned to the astral currents, glimpsed the intricate dance of unseen forces that shaped Ravenshade's destiny. In a cosmic revelation, Mark witnessed the celestial dance that governed the eternal night. Celestial bodies aligned in arcane patterns, casting an otherworldly glow upon Ravenshade. The werewolf's howl, now a celestial melody, harmonized with the cosmic forces that wove the village into the tapestry of the lunar legacy. As Mark delved further into the astral currents, he encountered celestial guardians, beings of ethereal luminance who watched over the village's destiny. The guardians, their eyes aglow with ancient wisdom, spoke of a delicate balance between the mortal and supernatural realms. Mark, entrusted with the knowledge of the celestial guardianship, faced the daunting responsibility of navigating the unseen forces that shaped Ravenshade's fate. Guided by the celestial guardians, Mark discovered an interdimensional nexus hidden within the Whispering Woods. The nexus, a convergence point of cosmic energies, held the key to understanding the intricate dance between the mortal and supernatural realms. Mark, now a seeker of cosmic truths, traversed the astral currents that flowed through the nexus, glimpsing glimpses of interwoven destinies that transcended the boundaries of time. In the heart of the interdimensional nexus, Mark encountered a timeless echo, a reverberation of the lunar legacy that echoed through past, present, and future. The werewolf's howl, now a spectral resonance, connected the village's history in a perpetual cycle of lunar descent. Mark, caught in the cosmic current, grappled with the realization that the lunar legacy's echoes might endure beyond the breaking of the curse. As Mark navigated the astral currents, he felt the resonance of unseen forces shaping Ravenshade's destiny. The astral threads, now aglow with celestial energy, pulsed with a cosmic rhythm that mirrored the werewolf's howl. Mark, now a custodian of the astral resonance, glimpsed the intricate dance of shadows and moonbeams that shaped the village's eternal night. Within the interdimensional nexus, Mark engaged in ethereal alchemy, a cosmic process that sought to transmute the lunar legacy's echoes into a harmonious balance. Celestial energies intertwined with the village's history, and Mark, now a conduit for the astral resonance, faced the challenge of orchestrating a cosmic symphony that harmonized with the celestial forces at play. In the astral currents, a transcendent symphony unfolded. The werewolf's howl, once a haunting refrain, transformed into a celestial melody that resonated through the interdimensional nexus. Mark, caught in the cosmic crescendo, witnessed the interplay of celestial energies and astral threads, shaping Ravenshade's destiny in a symphony that transcended mortal understanding. As the transcendent symphony reached its zenith, a celestial balance descended upon Ravenshade. The astral resonance, now woven into the village's fabric, created an equilibrium between the mortal and supernatural realms. Mark, entrusted with the cosmic truths of the interdimensional nexus, stood at the nexus point where the village's destiny hung in delicate balance. In the wake of the celestial balance, Mark emerged from the interdimensional nexus, his senses attuned to the cosmic currents that flowed through Ravenshade. The Whispering Woods, once shrouded in mystery, now revealed the intricate dance of astral threads and celestial forces. Mark, forever changed by the ethereal alchemy, faced the uncertain path that stretched into the cosmic nexus of the lunar legacy. As Mark navigated the cosmic nexus, he encountered a celestial veil, a shimmering barrier that separated the mortal and supernatural realms. The veil, woven with astral threads and celestial energies, hinted at the delicate balance maintained by unseen forces. Mark, now a guardian of the celestial veil, faced the challenge of preserving the fragile harmony that bound Ravenshade to the eternal night. Guided by the celestial guardians and attuned to the cosmic currents, Mark embraced his role as an ethereal guardian. The Whispering Woods, now a sanctuary of cosmic truths, echoed with the werewolf's howl transformed into a celestial hymn. Mark, vigilant in his guardianship, faced the endless night with a newfound understanding of the lunar legacy's enduring echoes. Mark embarked on a cosmic odyssey, his journey transcending the boundaries of mortal understanding. The lunar legacy, once a curse that haunted Ravenshade, became a cosmic tapestry where the werewolf's howl resonated as a timeless echo. Mark, now a custodian of the celestial balance, ventured into the vast expanse of the lunar legacy's mysteries, where the boundaries between the seen and unseen blurred into a cosmic odyssey that defied mortal comprehension. In the Cosmic Odyssey, Mark received celestial revelations that unveiled the intricacies of the lunar legacy. The werewolf's howl, now a celestial revelation, guided him through the celestial realms, where astral threads intertwined with the village's destiny. Mark, a seeker of celestial truths, glimpsed the cosmic revelations that unfolded in the eternal night where the lunar legacy's secrets awaited. As Mark delved deeper into the celestial revelations, he encountered an astral tapestry, a cosmic weave that connected the werewolf's howl to the village's history. Celestial energies pulsed through the tapestry, and Mark, now a weaver of cosmic threads, faced the challenge of preserving the delicate balance between the mortal and supernatural realms. The lunar legacy's echoes, etched into the fabric of the astral tapestry, hinted at a destiny entwined with unseen forces that transcended the boundaries of time. In the heart of the lunar legacy's mysteries, Mark discovered the celestial nexus, a convergence point where astral threads and celestial energies merged into a cosmic dance. The werewolf's howl, now a celestial chorus, echoed through the celestial nexus, resonating with the eternal night that enveloped Ravenshade. Mark, now a custodian of the celestial balance, stood at the nexus point where the village's destiny entwined with the cosmic forces that shaped the lunar legacy. In the cosmic epilogue, Mark embraced his role as a guardian of the lunar legacy's mysteries. The werewolf's howl, now a celestial melody, echoed through the eternal night, where the boundaries between the mortal and supernatural realms blurred into a cosmic dance of shadows and moonbeams. Ravenshade, forever marked by the lunar legacy, stood at the intersection of celestial forces and mortal destinies, where the echoes of the werewolf's howl whispered secrets of an endless night that transcended the boundaries of time.